Hi, and welcome to day 1. For today, I have got a quick and easy 15-minute flow. This is a great practice for really any time of day. So in the morning, to mobilize any stiff joints. In the afternoon, if you need a breather in the middle of your day. Or in the evening, to help release tension as you wind down from your day. This is also a really nice practice for warming up for a more dynamic practice. So if you have a yoga practice already and you would like a longer, more active practice, this is a nice little warm-up to tack on to the beginning of that. For this practice, you won't need any props except for your yoga mat. So go ahead, unroll your mat, and I will meet you in a tall, comfortable seat. So finding your tall, comfortable seat, any seat that allows you to sit with a long spine. We'll take just a couple minutes to sort of center, settle in. So once you have found your comfortable position, allow the hands to rest wherever is most comfortable and invite the eyelids to close for a moment. If closing the eyes is uncomfortable, feel free to simply lower the gaze. Go ahead and take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Taking a moment to allow yourself to arrive on your mat. And taking just a few long, comfortable breaths. And as you're ready here, go ahead and flutter the eyes open. I'll start with a few head rolls, warming up the neck. So go ahead and drop the chin towards the chest. As you inhale, take the right ear over towards the right shoulder, and then the head all the way around and back. And as you exhale, bring left ear to left shoulder as you drop the chin down to the chest again. And again, inhale, roll to the right and around back. Exhale, rolling towards the left and down. One more like this. Inhale. And exhale to come around and down. Reversing the direction. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder, all the way around and back. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder, and chin towards chest. Inhale. And exhale. One more like that. Inhaling towards the left. And then exhaling around the right and down. Lifting the head up to center. Taking a few shoulder rolls here, so go ahead and bring the right shoulder forward and then around to the back, and then take the left shoulder forward, around and back. Alternate like this, bringing the shoulders forward and then around. Allowing the arms and the hands to move if that feels okay. And then reverse your direction so the shoulders will come forward. And taking just a few shoulder rolls here. And then finding a neutral spine, pulling the shoulder blades back and down, finding lift in the chest. We'll go ahead and take some side bends here. So go ahead and drop the right hand down next to the right hip. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Inhaling to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, lean over towards the right. Notice if the left hip starts to lift off the earth and invite it back down. Feel for expansion all along the left side of the body. As you inhale, come back up to center. We'll switch the sides. So left hand down, right arm lifts. Take an inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, walking the left fingertips out towards the left. Again, noticing if the right hip starts to lift, pressing it firmly onto the earth as you extend through the right fingertips. And then inhaling back to center, lifting both arms, taking an exhale here. On your next inhale, lengthen through the spine, grow a little taller. And as you exhale, twist to the right, starting from the belly, the ribs, the shoulders, then lowering the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you, and then turning the head to look over the right shoulder, completing your twist. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist maybe a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, turning the head back to center, follow with the shoulders, the ribs, the belly, arms lift. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twist left, belly, ribs, shoulders, releasing the arms, and then turning the head to look over the left shoulder. Take one more breath right here. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. On your inhale, turning the head, shoulders, ribs, belly, lifting the arms. And then exhale, lower the arms down. Make your way into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Shoulders right above the wrists, and the hips are right above the knees. On your inhale, go ahead and drop the belly down, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone, finding your cat or cow back. And as you exhale, rounding into the spine, pulling the navel towards the spine. Inhale, lift the gaze, arch the back. As you exhale, round, press the earth away, feel the shoulder blades spread. Take 3 more just like this, following your own breath. And then finding a neutral spine. From your neutral spine, go ahead and walk the hands forward about 1 hand's distance. Make sure that the index fingers are parallel to each other. You're pressing down through all 5 finger pads, pressing firmly, distributing the weight. Go ahead, tuck the toes underneath, lifting knees and hips, find downward facing dog. And take any movement that feels good for you here. So maybe pedaling out the feet, dropping one heel and then the other, bending one knee and then the other, maybe bringing a sway into the hips, checking in with calves and hamstrings. And when you feel that you are satisfied with movement in this shape, start to find stillness. Spreading the fingers wide, pressing down through all 5 finger pads. From here, go ahead and start to walk the feet up towards the hands. When you get there, find hip width distance in the feet. So 2 fists between the feet should measure your hip width distance. Bring a bend into the knees and allow the torso and head to hang heavy. Taking just a couple breaths here in your ragdoll. So maybe shifting the weight on the feet a little bit, forward and back, side to side. Maybe bringing a gentle sway into the torso. Go ahead and bring hands to shins, and as you inhale, lengthen, lift halfway, get long in the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more, inhale, lengthen long. This time as you exhale, bring hands onto hips, bend in the knees, and on your next inhale, come all the way up to stand with a flat back. Find your Tadasana mountain pose at the top of your mat. So big toes are touching. Might have a little gap in between the heels here. Take a moment to feel yourself firmly rooted and grounded. The kneecaps are going to pull up towards the hip points. The pubic bone will pull towards the navel. The shoulder blades will reach back towards each other and pull down the back. Go ahead and as you inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring a bend into the knees as you hinge from the hips and fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway. As you exhale, bring the hands to the earth and step the left foot way back, finding a lunge position. So the fingertips are still on the earth. Open the chest towards the front of your mat. Lift the gaze, looking forward. Press the back of the left hamstring up towards the sky and pull the right hip back in space so it's even with the left hip. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, bring the palms flat and step the right foot back into downward facing dog. On an inhale, come forward into your plank pose, shoulders right above the wrists. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, feel free to lower chaturanga if that is in your practice. Otherwise, lower the knees, bend the elbows back towards the body as you lower the torso to the earth. Untuck the toes, and as you inhale, pull the shoulder blades back. The elbows pull back, lifting the chest for cobra pose. And as you exhale, come through bent knees into downward facing dog. And go ahead and walk the feet up to the top of the mat, bringing the feet together, big toes touch, hands to shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Flat back brings you all the way up, lifting the arms. And exhaling the hands into heart center. On your inhale, lift the arms to the sky. As you exhale, bend into the knees as you hinge from the hips to fold forward. Inhaling, hands to shins, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, bring the hands down and step the right foot way back, finding your lunge position, so making sure that the front knee is stacked right above the front ankle. Tent the fingers as you open the chest towards the front of the mat. And again, pressing the right hamstring up to the sky, pulling the left hip back in line with the right hip. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, pressing the palms and stepping the left foot back into downward facing dog. Inhaling to slide forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower chaturanga if that's in your practice. Otherwise, lower the knees and then lower the torso to the earth. Inhale, open up the chest, shoulder blades pull back. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here in your downward facing dog. From here, go ahead and bring the knees onto the earth, opening the knees a little bit wider than your torso. Lower seat to feet and bring the forehead to the earth for child's pose. And taking a few breaths here, noticing if your breath has gotten a little fast or a little ragged, and inviting it to slow down, to smooth out. And slowly starting to lift the head and walking the hands back towards the body. Make your way into a comfortable seat. We'll take just a few breaths here in your tall, comfortable seat, allowing the hands once again to rest wherever is most comfortable. Taking a moment to observe breath and body. And go ahead and take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. And as you're ready, gently flutter the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.